Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to African Ice Media. You're still with your boy Kushkid Rodrigue Mehleketo Wakarasenga, all the way from Limpopo, Kamalamlele, at a very big village called Jirum. I am with my guest right here today, who is a soccer player and a comedian. You are welcome.
Thank you for having me. Good evening to everyone, and thanks for the chance. I am Banele Mkhalipi. As you said, I am a soccer player and a comedian, to those who know me.
Yes. You said you're Banele
Mkhalipi.
Okay, allow me to call you by your name only because your surname is a little bit difficult for me.
It's a challenge for a lot of people.
Yeah, hey. Mostly as long as our tongues are a little bit heavy. So, bro, can you please tell us and our viewers, like, what's your life story? What is your background? And where do you come from?
Okay, yes, story of my life. I was born in Johannesburg, Soweto. Then when I was 2 years, my parents moved to Mpumalanga, where my father was staying at the time. I am the last born of three boys. Yes, the last born of three boys, which I can say those my two siblings have influenced my life in so many ways.
As you said, like your brothers played a very huge role in your life.
Yes, my brothers played a huge role in my life in terms of guiding me, especially when I came into my teens.
Yeah.
Because that's when I was starting to experience a lot of things. I'd have challenges because there were some things I couldn't ask my mother. So
yeah.
My brothers were there for me to turn to, ask a few things, get a few advices, and show me a few things as well. Yes.
So since you said your father wasn't always there, which means it is in the past. Now he's here.
Yes, now he's here.
Are you living with him like full time?
Yes, right now yes, because he's retired.
He's retired.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so how is life now, having both parents in the same house, like getting to see their faces like every day?
At first, I'd say it was tricky because I only got used to having my mother around. So when my father came back full time, it was a bit of a struggle because I'm a boy. I was growing up. My father retired when I was 11 years. That's when 11 years. Most boys are so naughty.
Yeah.
That's when he come back, and at first it was difficult because he's a disciplined person. So he had his ways of disciplining me, which I wasn't used to because it was my mother who would do the disciplining and all that. So as time got by, I got used to it, and it ended up being something that I enjoyed. Which okay, when I come back from school, both my parents are there. Life was good.
Okay. That part of you said you always wanted to like achieve academically.
Yes, academically I've always wanted to achieve because I can say I was in my teen, from primary till high school. I can say I was a good student because in primary schools they mostly run competitions. I've always participated from grade 3. I was always participating and I was always winning. So that's what gave me the edge to say, okay, I wanna succeed academically in life. I wanna push myself to the extra limit.
Yeah, push yourself to the extra limit. You said you love soccer.
Yeah.
You're a soccer player and a comedian.
Yeah.
Let's stay on this part of being a soccer player.
Okay.
What made you love soccer in the first place?
My dad made me love soccer because, as I said, he was always working. So whenever I'd come back home, with those CDs of those old games.
Yeah.
Because he used to love those games. So he'd always come with CDs and we'd always watch it because he'd come on weekends. I know when my dad is coming on weekend, I'm not going anywhere. Just both of us were watching football. So that's where I can say my love for soccer came from.
Which team, like from all the teams that you know, I believe you know all of these teams. So which ones are your favorite, like locally and internationally?
When you come to South Africa, I'll say Kaizer Chiefs locally. Then internationally, we are going to England, Manchester City, best team. Then we will go to Italy because I love a lot of teams. Italy, it's AC Milan. Then Spain, it's FC Barcelona. Those are my favorite teams at the moment. Yes.
Okay, I believe in those favorite top teams, you also have your favorite soccer players. So, what's your favorite soccer players from all these
Obviously, I
teams you
do
have
have
mentioned?
my favorite soccer players. That's a bit of a tough one. Let me see. Okay, let's start in South Africa. Chambers one. Even though he's not a Kaizer Chiefs player, but I love how he plays. I love how he plays African football. So I'll go with him. Then we go to Kaizer Chiefs. I have 3 favorite players at Kaizer Chiefs. It's Mtutuzi Shabalala. There is Kick and Dolly. Then there is Zita Kunika, a defender. Very good, that one. Then abroad, let's go to England. Haaland, the best player right now. Then it has to be also Kevin De Bruyne. And okay, Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Haaland, both Manchester City players. Then I'll have to take an Arsenal player as well, Martin Odegaard. He's a midfielder.
Yeah.
Then Spain, it's Pedro Gonzalez, FC Barcelona midfielder. Then Italy, it's Charles De Catalari, a Belgian midfielder as well. Yes.
Okay. I heard you saying you also that this guy Haaland is also your favorite soccer player. Hey, there is this guy I was interviewing.
Yes.
He looks exactly like that guy, just that he is black.
Oh, the complexion.
Yeah,
in terms of how he's built.
Yeah, you should see the guy. I'm pretty sure you're going to love him. Like right now, what are you currently busy with your life?
Right now, I'm a student at West Cultivate College, and then I'm also into other different things. Because when I was still in Soweto before moving to here, I was coaching. I'm coaching a team under 11 and under 13 divisions. I'm coaching 2 divisions at the moment, but since then I relocated here. I had to stop.
Which course are you doing here in West Coast?
Oh, I'm doing a marketing management NCV level 2.
What made you choose to do the course that you're doing?
Marketing, well, I can say I'm a person who loves spotlight.
Yeah.
I'm a person who loves spotlight, and with marketing, it gives me the opportunity to market myself. It gives me the opportunity to be in the spotlight in terms of creating things, starting things. Because a key part in marketing, you have to be creative. Creativity of starting new things, building new things. So it's what made me choose marketing
from the scratch. So where do you see yourself? Like you said, you are in level 2, right?
Yes, I'm in level 2 right now.
When are you completing? When you reach level 4?
Yes, when I reach level 4, which hopefully it's something that can take me 3 years. Yes.
3 years. So after okay, let's say after 4 years, after your 4 years, where do you see yourself?
I see myself starting a business. Yes, starting a business. I see myself starting a business. It might not be a big thing, but it's something that I hope will push me. Because as I said, I love football. So in future, I see myself having a football academy. Yes.
You want to
grooming young kids from a very early age. Because if you could check in those developed countries, they groom the kids from a very young age. That's how they're able to succeed in football. So that's one of my passions, grooming kids.
Yeah. When you first told me that you are a soccer player, I didn't believe it. But now, since you have told me all these things, now I believe. I believe you are a soccer player. So now that you are here in West Col, you are staying around here in Randfontein, right?
Yes, I'm at Finsbury right now.
Finsbury? Yeah, that's a little far. What kind of challenges are you facing, at school?
At school, I would say adjusting to the new environment in terms of there are so many cultures, so many different languages, and people with different cultures we grow up differently. We are being taught different things. So and people are taught to behave in different ways. So that's what I would say would be my challenges in terms of addressing people, having to communicate with people, having to start a new social life with so many people.
From what I've heard and what I've experienced about TVET colleges, TVET colleges mostly TVET colleges have a problem when it comes to NSFAS.
That's one of the challenges.
That's one of the challenges, right? How is it going with your NSFAS? Are you getting the money? Are they helping, or what's happening?
Now I can say I was lucky because yes, even though they took some time to process their payments and all that, but I'm one of those students who got their payments processed. Yes. But then it took some time because they were processed when early March, and we already have 2 months studying, renting, because most of us are renting places, are renting homes, so it's a bit of a challenge when you have to pay rent, pay food, all those stuff, because the payments haven't been processed in time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, that's tough. Tell us about some other interesting facts about you, apart from being a comedian and a soccer player.
What can I say about myself? I like fun.
You like fun?
Yes, I like going out, exploring new things, trying new things out. Traveling is one of the things that's on my bucket list. Traveling to new places, especially North Africa, those good countries. That's one of my things.
Okay, interesting. When you get the chance to travel to wherever you want, what's the first place you're going to visit?
Since I'm a sport fanatic, I have to watch the El Clasico between FC Barcelona and Real Madrid. First on my list.
First on your list?
First on my list. I have to go to Spain and watch that game because it's one of the best games you have to watch.
Yes. Yeah, that's interesting, my brother. So now we are going to talk about your religion.
My religion.
Yeah.
Christianity.
You're a Christian.
I was brought up in a Christian. My father is actually a pastor.
He's a pastor?
Yes, my father is a pastor.
If your parents went through your phone, right now, remember, right now, you didn't get the chance to clear everything on your phone that you don't want them to see, right?
Yes.
So what would happen? What kind of a trouble would you be in?
My phone actually doesn't have that much. Yes, I'd get into trouble for a few things that they don't know I do, but then there's nothing that's sinister in my phone. So yes, I'd get into trouble, but not that much.
If you had 24 hours to live, right? If you had 24 hours to live, what would be the first thing that you will do?
Okay, first thing, I have to spend at least from the 24 hours, I have to spend at least maybe an hour or two with my parents and my family. Then after that, I have a lot of things on my bucket list, like having fun, so I'd have to do those things, Yeah, I'd have to do a lot of things, but first on my list, spending some time with my family. Yes.
I'm pulling out my bag right now.
Yeah.
I'm pulling out my bag. I offer you a 10 grand, a whole stack of 10 grand, right? And ask you to do something crazy, something silly.
Something silly.
For 10 grand. What is it that you will do?
10 grand, even though it is a lot of money, but then I don't think I'll do it. Why? Because people take time to forget, and if you do a silly thing, that's what people will remember you from. A silly thing. So in terms of being respected by people, how people look at you, how their perception of you, your dignity, I wouldn't say I'd take the money. I think I'll let it pass.
You will let it pass?
Because yes, okay, let's say for example I do the thing, there'll be consequences.
Yeah.
And 2-3 years down the line, those consequences will catch up with me, so I don't think I'll do.
They will catch you on the way.
Yeah.
Karma. Okay. That's it for today. Thank you for coming through. I hope you also join us on our next show.
Thank you for having me. I'll be around.
Thank you.